And I'm just going to move the viewport and visually look at it. And what I'm looking for here is same distance here, same distance here. I'm going to fill this space up with the other two viewports, so I need a lot of room there. But generally, when you read a book, where do your eyes automatically go? Yeah, top left to lower right, right? That's the way we read stuff. Put your order of importance of objects in the same way. Okay, the important things should be left, the less important things to the right. Okay, so we're going to order the drawing the same way people have been reading their entire lives. Well, maybe now with texting and phones and stuff, maybe you read differently, but certainly things are changing. All right, so once I've got that, I don't even have to make another viewport. I can. I'm just going to use the copy command, and I'm going to copy this viewport. I'll put it right there and right there, make 2 copies. But you can redraw the other ones if you want. All right, this guy's going to be my wall section. So I'm going to double click in, go out there. Oh, there's that wall section right there. Okay. Kind of just put it in the viewport, double click out, set it to your scale, 3/4. I must have left that as a variable on. One sec. Okay. So I've got it like such. Now it's to scale. Now, viewports can go over themselves and not affect anything, so I'm just going to do a move on this, and I'll throw it over here. And again, I'm kind of looking at it. You know, do I got the same distance here as I do right here? Do I got enough room? Make sure your viewport, these are the ones that get screwed up, by the way, where you chop off multi-liters. I've done it many times, and I know other people that have done it also. Is you'll basically come in and have something like this, and you don't notice that 1 liter that's chopped off. Okay, so make sure you're looking around these outsides, and you want to make sure you have full readability on these notes. And I like to clean them up, but you don't have to. Okay, so there it is. Now I'm going to go to my last one. I'll give you just a second in case you're playing with this a little bit.
And it doesn't have to be any set distance from the
And we're
out.
going to come back and fine tune it at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, right now we're just getting stuff placed on the page that's kind of appropriate. So I'll go ahead and put my last one in here. This is my footing detail. So again, just double click in, zoom out, find your footing. Where is my footing? Oh, it's right here. I just don't see my dimensions right now. Click out, I'm going to grab it, set my scale, 1 inch to a foot. There it is. I'll fine tune this guy right now. Bring these back in.
Are you just deleting those
Yeah.
groups? Okay.
Again, make sure you're looking around this outside, make sure everything reads well. And I'm going to just move this. Again, it's just an object, and put it down here. So, 1/4 inch to a foot, everything will print, all my 8s, all my offsets, everything will print perfectly. 3/4 inch to a foot, all my 8s, everything's going to print perfectly. 1/4 inch to a foot, it's going to print perfectly. Folks, I know you might not realize it, but 10 years ago, Just to set up this one sheet, a drafter would be looking at almost half a week. Now with the new tools we've got, viewports, dim styles, you can set this up once you get used to it. This would take all of 10 minutes to set up. Really kind of amazing to me. Sitting there looking, man, the time we are saving with some of these tools that we used to do to get, because this hasn't changed forever. We've been doing drawings like this for a long, long time. Since certainly the 1800s. Now we're in CAD, we're doing stuff other ways. You imagine doing this? It's actually kind of easier to do a drawing like this 10 years ago by hand. Because remember when you set off all your dimensions by hand, you just measured them and placed them all the same regardless of the scale? CAD actually complicated this process. All right, so now we're back here. Now you want to make sure it reads well. Okay, so make sure this guy looks, I do it by visual. I've been doing this quite a while, so I can look here and say, you know what, that's close enough, nobody's going to pick it. You may want to come in and use the distance command and measure like from there to there, there to there, and then just move it. Okay? And you can be plus or minus a little bit, right? Whatever the human eye can see. When you do these, one thing I would recommend is that you line them up so that they kind of read, because we've got a concrete piece called a footing right here. I've got another concrete piece. It's not the same footing, but both drawings are kind of centered on that. That's really what drives the structure. Okay. So I can line those footings up. Keep in mind that you're just using here, these are just objects. So I'm going to come in here and line these up, and I'm going to draw from, let's grab the midpoint of this footing, and I'll just draw this straight down. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a move on this viewport. But I'm going to move it from the center of that footing to that one, and then delete out that guideline. Okay, so now they're kind of lined up and down, and my titles will read nice and symmetrical. And then I'm just kind of eyeballing, what's the distance from here to here? What's the distance from here to here? Top, bottom. Do I have enough room in between these? You know, you're just kind of going through and looking at it. Don't just slap these things in and print it. Look at it, take pride in the presentation that you do, especially this field. Nobody cares about drawings more than architects. This is a huge issue in an architectural office. You'll see engineering drawings, to be honest with you, that are just straight crap. They don't read well, all the information's there, but because engineers are kind of, I'll make fun of myself, we're social retards. We really don't care about that stuff. That's not true in the architectural world. They care a great deal about how their stuff looks. So take that extra minute, present the drawing. Okay, that's in essence how you're going to print it. Now you're just print it to a D sheet, it's ready to go. Like 36 by 24, landscape orientation. You're done. Now when you do get it done, one thing that'll be nice, when you print it, put your scale on this thing, folks, at those different scales, and make sure that they're reading correctly. Okay, so I'm going to put it at 1/4 inch, and I'm going to measure some of those dimensions, make sure they're reading what it says it reads. I'm going to do 3/4, check the other one, I'm going to do 1 inch and check the other one. Okay, that's just stuff we need to get in the habit of doing. Now, that's just kind of the intro, and do it. I don't really not planning on doing anything else as far as a group setting on this. If you have any problems with this, please give me a holler. I'd be happy to go over it with you again. Yes, Mike?
I have a question.
I'm busy, budget. You're right. Any other questions for?
No.
All right, thank you for your time. Now, I got one other statement before we're totally done. Tomorrow is your last formal day. You will not clock in. Folks, if you get all your drawings done and you're done, please clean your work area before you leave. Clean it up. There might be people from admin doing tours in here, things like that, that want the room to look nice. Okay, so make sure you're cleaning up all your stuff stored. Back up your computers. These computers, if you don't plan on coming in for a month, they're going to sit there for a month, and that's pretty hard on a computer. Please shut it all the way down. Don't just sign off when you think you're done for a day. Shut it all the way down. If you don't, keep in mind, computers have one mechanical device in them in today's world, and that's a fan. Mechanical devices will fail. If that fan goes out, that hard drive is going to burn right up, and you're going to come back and have the blue screen of death. Yes, it's happened to me. You do not want that. Back your stuff up. You have the U drive available to you. Everything you've done will fit on any flash drive in today's world. If you have no storage device, come see me. I'll give you a flash and you can store it on there. Just to make sure. I doubt anything will go wrong, but it may. We never know. If we come back in the spring, you haven't backed up, your computer's dead, hey, well, get ready to start recreating all your templates and everything that happens. Just the way it gotta go. Back it up. Anything you have in the fridge back here, anything that's left in there on Friday, I'm chucking. Any dishes that are left out and not clean, watch me clean dishes. I use the trash can for that.
Can we
please,
leave stuff in our cupboards though?
Yeah, you can leave stuff in your cupboards. I wouldn't leave food.
No.
There are mice in any building, okay, and you're just attracting them vermin. So take all the food stuff out of here. Is there anything that's good for a month in the fridge? Like, is your coffee creamer good for that long?
Oh yeah, it's good for years.
Not
Okay,
half and half.
so I can leave that. Just go through it and get rid of everything if you would, except for something that lasts that long. Creamer lasts that long, right? I don't know. I don't
Oh
use
yeah,
stuff.
creamer lasts like years.
Years?
Yeah, that's
Why
why you
do
should
we
drink it.
refrigerate?
Why would you drink it if it lasts that long?
It's just sugar and
All right.
like
Anything else? Yes.
Are you here through Friday? during
Yes.
the
Yes.
normal hours?
Mhm.
You'll be able to continue working.
Oh yeah, I'll be working.
And then during the break, do we have access here?
Yes, you do. Every day, bring your student ID card. The secretaries work all the way through it, minus, the holidays. So the building's open, except on Sundays and any holiday. Bring your student ID card, you can go to maintenance. They will let you into this, even on Christmas Day.
Don't.
Good place to spend New Year's. Don't bring any alcohol. That'll keep you safe.
you're gonna come back and there's gonna be like,
By the way, you guys, hey, one thing I'll throw out there. Somebody in this building has been drinking brewskis in the building. Robert's found them in some trash cans. That's immediate dismissal. Okay, you guys, hopefully it's none of us. But if you do that in here or anything like that, that's immediately, you're kicked out of classes, you're kicked out, you will not be let in next semester unless you go through the president, and it will be up to him. Got a drink, go somewhere else.
dang.
Unless you're used to prison life and you got a bunch of cough syrup or something, I don't know. Anyway, be that as it may, you're warned. I know that they found quite a few and they're starting to look on what's going on. Okay. So with that said, enough of that. Back your stuff up, make yourselves clean. Robert will not take care of the back room. We want that room nice and clean before we leave. And yes, Cheryl, you're welcome to come in every single day if you wish.
Are you gonna give us like an assignment over Christmas break that we
No
can work
assignments,
over?
but I will attach on Google Classroom a good review study.
Okay.
Okay. And it's mostly going to help you folks in CAD. It's a CAD review for the most part. I'm sorry I did not get to Revit the last couple weeks. We've been so swamped and we've talked so much, you really haven't had time to draft a whole lot. So I'm not going to do it this week. I'm going to wait till we get back. We've got 5 weeks before we're in architectural. I will guarantee you we will hit it at least once a week, so you're going to have 5 more sessions on it. That shouldn't stop you if you want to learn that. We've got the text over there. You got YouTube. You can come in and play with it. Anything else? Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you.